But the White House is not going to commit to a date to visit East Palestine. It's been 48 days since the environmental disaster there. Corinne Jean-Pierre still cannot say when Biden will visit. Watch.
Ask you one more, Corinne. President Biden said several weeks ago that he plans to visit East Palestine. Can you update us on that? When is he going to be visiting East Palestine, and why hasn't he yet?
So the plans are underway, discussions are underway, just don't have anything locked in at this time. The president's words stand on what he shared about at some time going to visit the community.
Biden told reporters weeks ago that he would visit at some point. But I guess all the trans women parties at the White House are keeping him so busy. Angie, I don't know, he just can't get away. You know, priorities.
Look, I'm going to be there before the president's there. I'm going next week. I'm joining you guys. I'm looking forward to it.
Wonderful.
Yeah, no, I can't wait to breathe in that air and drink that water and take soil samples and talk to the residents. What I'm most interested in is talking to the children there, because they're the ones who's inheriting the lungs. And all the, I don't even know what's in the soil, but it's going to take multi-years to uproot the soil. And we just learned that after Pete Buttigieg laid down the new tracks so the trains can run again, they have to rip it all up and do it all over again, because guess what? They didn't remove the topsoil, which is the most toxic bit. So they're going to have to rip up the train tracks that they laid out, within a couple of weeks. But regardless, it's been over a month. How come Biden's not there? And here's the problem for Biden. This is now a multi-state issue. The blast radius is no longer just in a little part of Ohio.
You're right.
It is now in Pennsylvania and New York and even Indiana, okay? So now he's got a problem for 2024 because Pennsylvania is a state that he has to have, right?
And these train derailments are happening 4 a day on average.
Yeah.
So this problem isn't going anywhere.
No, and he's not addressing it. He's just saying, don't look at me. I'm just going to have a party. I'm going to invite drag queens. I'm going to invite, whoever I want. It's just so out of touch. And honestly, these are voters. You're not addressing voter issues. And I don't know how he's going to win in 2024 unless he tackles this issue.
He better hope there's a lot of drag queens.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to Ukraine. He's going to Canada tonight. He still hasn't even been. Wow. Still hasn't been there. I'm so glad you're going, Rachel.
He doesn't seem to like to go anywhere where he has to deal with something hard. Remember how he kept avoiding the border anything difficult or
avoided the border.
Still is avoiding the border, yes. And anything that requires true leadership, courage, that seems to be absent. And I'm appalled that he has not been there. I mean, I really, and then Pete going the day after President Trump went, it was so pathetic. Again, it's like there's no leadership. He clearly only went because Trump was going, and he looked so foolish, so he went. But really, Trump was the leader who went. He was the one actually caring about the people. But imagine if you lived there. I mean, think about this. What's happening to these people? It's horrific. I can't believe that Pete has not been fired. He should have been fired a long time ago.
Well, that was trending. It's been trending for a long time. And even our producer Jason said, "How many times can you remember the names of the Department of Transportation? Like how many secretaries can you remember?"
That's how bad he is.
That's how bad because we remember. And as you pointed out, Angie, I mean, it was so bad that they have to. Not only they have to go back and relay the tracks again because they didn't take out the topsoil.
Which is they're doing that with our money too, by the way.
Right.
Like, that's just management, right? But again, he doesn't know what's going on. No one knows what's going on. And I take your point with the leadership. There's no leadership anywhere. And that's just like, it's so palpable now, right? That there's no leadership in this country. And we're going to want change in 2024.